Morning, folks. Only if not, it's 8:30 tonight. I've been kind of overdue doing this. That's a thing. These little cup holders here had a little chunk of cork in it that fell out. Anyhow, kind of overdue with thanking a few people. A while back, Bill sent me a stove grommet, and these are one of the good ones. This one, these orange ones like this are high heat. The one that I put in is gray. It's medium heat, which I think is probably enough, but I would have rather used this one if I'd have known, that this was coming. These videos are at least one day behind, sometimes even a week or two behind. If I'd have known he was going to send this, I would have held off on it, because not only are they expensive, but this one's a better one than what I bought. So I have use for it. This place has a garage that I'm going to try to use as my skidding shed. I don't have a way to really move my trap shed over here, and a wood stove in there would be really nice, and this one is perfect for that. But anyway, I'm slow on thanking you, and thank you very, very much for that. Like I said, I wish I'd have known, but by the time it came, it was done. But then I got something in the mail. Let's see, I'll leave that one for last. Kevin Klein, he sent me a package here a few days ago. It came, and I wanted to do this on camera, and there just hasn't been any time. We've been busy with other things. I haven't opened this yet. I got no idea just what it is. He said it was a housewarming present, which thank you very much. I never never had a house before of our own, and never expected nothing like this. Okay, and the shipping alone, $22, $21.90. So thank you. You didn't need to do this, but I'm happy you did. You know what? It might be. You gotta go through that packaging too. I think that's just odds and ends. Anyway, let's see. How do you open this box? What do we got here? Like a bell of some sort. Okay, there's a small bell. Looks like a bigger one. This one says welcome on the tag. Hey, that's perfect. Thank you. Got a Sasquatch on it. That's something that I don't really know about. Let's see, so this one goes inside of there. All my life, I've been in the woods and in some pretty darn remote places. There we go. That is just downright cool. Anyway, I've been in some pretty remote places, but I've never really found anything. I would really like to know for sure that those are either real or they're not. I don't know how you'd ever prove that they're not, but I would really like to be able to tell for sure if they are real. They, I've seen videos of supposedly, animals walking around, the Bigfoot, Sasquatch walking around. I've heard audio that's supposed to be them howling. I've heard, I've seen all sorts of different things that are supposed to be evidence, tracks and whatnot. And I've lived in all of the hot spots for them. Oregon, Washington, Alaska, Idaho, Nevada, or Oregon I already said, but all the tromping around I've done in the woods, I've never come across a track, I've never seen anything, and I would really like to. Although a few years ago, me and Cindy were up deer hunting, and we were behind a locked gate, and the Forest Service will close these roads, and you can't drive past them. They put a gate on it and lock it up. You can't drive down through them, but you can walk on foot and go hunt. So we were behind this locked gate, and there was the loudest, it's very hard to describe. It was like a bark, a roar, and a howl all at the same time combined. It was like nothing I've ever heard before or since, and it was very, very loud. I mean, we both looked at each other like, what the hell was that? And, I guess most folks would have turned around and left, but we were curious, and we had our rifles, we were hunting. And so we went toward the noise and never did see anything. There was a dead smell. That was very strange. There was a very heavy smell of something dead. Like you driving down the road, you come across a dead deer or something, and that smell is very, very strong. And we smelled that smell. It was a dead smell there. And we looked around in the bottom of the creek and looked for something dead. There wasn't anything we could find. And we were kind of thinking, well, maybe it was a bear that was feeding on a dead elk or something. Well, first off, I've never heard any animal make a noise that loud. It was like nothing I have ever heard. It wasn't a bear, as far as I could know. I've never really heard a bear, except for on TV, on them shows where they're chasing you around the woods and all that corny stuff. That bears are quiet. They don't hardly ever make a sound. And when they do, it's not ear piercing. This was loud. It was very loud. And anyway, so we hunted up the road, probably a mile or so past where all this happened, and we checked out the creek bottom looking for something dead, like I said. And for one thing, if it's a dead elk or a deer or something, it might have a good set of antlers that I can bring home. Well, we couldn't find nothing. On the way back, there was no smell. They say Sasquatch stinks really badly. I don't know. I don't know what to think. I mean, that's probably my closest Bigfoot Sasquatch story, and I have no idea what it is. I can't say that it was. I can't say that it wasn't. All I know was it was unlike anything I've ever heard or, seen or anything before. And I don't know. I really don't know what it could have been. That's one of those brain bogglers that make your head hurt if you think on it long enough. But like I say, I don't know. It could have been, it could have not have been. So, anyway, in this packaging here, I think this is just padding. Feels like there might be something in it, though. Oh, there is something in it. What is this? Well, that's really cool. A little toy bow and some arrows and a quiver. That is really neat. Boy, I'm glad I looked. I wasn't sure there was anything more. I wonder what kind of fur that is. It almost looks like mink. I don't think it's beaver. Beaded, got some feathers on it. That is really nice. Oh, there's a note too. By golly, I'm sure glad I looked through the rest of the box. Let's see, this one I think is just padding. Yeah, that's just padding. Yeah, I get eating my dang goggles. Hillbilly sent me some little round ones. I need to start carrying those. I need a case or something for them. Okay, dear Gary and Cindy, so a month or so ago I mentioned in a comment that I got you a housewarming gift for your new home. Well, after it arrived to me, I saw how cheap it was and just couldn't send it. No, not at all. So I decided to make you something. Sorry it took me so long. Radiation got me down hard. It's been many years since I made a miniature bow and arrow set. Please forgive the small mistakes. Shoot, I don't see any mistakes. This thing looks great. Wow, you made that. That's amazing. Very nice. Let's see. I hope you like it. All, even the cheap Bigfoot bell. The Bigfoot bell's cool. Always praying for you guys. And praying even harder for Cindy lately. Thank you very much. It's same with you. I know you've got worse troubles, and a lot of folks do. But thank you for your dedication to providing good vibes through YouTube. I love starting my day with you and Kevin. Hillbilly. He's great, man. I wish we lived closer. Like I keep saying, him and me, we could get ourselves into some trouble, I think, which maybe is a good thing. We don't live closer. Hope you get all moved in soon and have a break. Oh man, me too. It has been really kind of a nightmare. Oh, and it says, take care of my friend. Many blessings, Kevin Klein. Thank you, Kevin. It's been a nightmare. Like I say, we today spent all day moving stuff, and man, we just hardly putting a dent in things. And we told the fair board we'd try to be out by November 1st. That's going to be pushing it. Boy, this is really nice. Really nice. I used to do a little bit of beadwork, and it's very time consuming. Kind of fun. It takes a very, very tiny, thin little beading needle and a lot of patience. I haven't done any in years and years. Wow, those little bird points. Look at this. He did a heck of a good job. That's a chipped agate or chert stone. Wow. This is really cool. Heck, he even painted the shaft of the arrow and the whole 9 yards. These are really neat. Thank you very much. Very impressed. And that bow is just really cool. Sure glad I looked. I didn't think there was anything more in that box. But anyhow, and then to top it all off, today in the mail I get another little package. I have no idea who sent this. There's no note. There's no nothing. Cindy says she didn't order it. I know I didn't order it. But it's kind of funny. I'll have to hang this on her chicken house. So whoever sent this, thank you very much. There is chicken crap everywhere. Goose, chicken, the ducks Cindy gave away, so there's no more duck, but there was until recent. Anyway, folks. Oh, back in New Year's, we went over to a New Year's Eve party, and a friend of ours brought some of this sheepdog peanut butter whiskey. You ever heard of that? It doesn't sound very good, but it's 70 woof. Doesn't sound very good. It's actually pretty dang tasty stuff. You know, a lot of folks slam whiskey. I don't like to do that. I like to enjoy it. A shot like this might last me an hour. Anyway, thank you very much for everything. Oh, that was something else. You know, we didn't get a deer this season. Dang freezer went out. Things happen for a reason. If we'd had a deer, maybe two, to put in that freezer, we'd be buying a new freezer. Right now, I think we got room for Cindy's chickens and things without having to do that. We got 4 chest freezers. They're small. They're not the big ones. One of them's only probably 2.5 foot square. The other ones are, I don't know, 3 by 4, something like that. But we had 4 of them. Now we're down to 3. We can put everything that was in that one that quit into those others. But 2 deer probably wouldn't have fit once we got Cindy's chickens and things all butchered out. We haven't done that yet, but so funny how things work out, you know. I mean, if you pay attention to what happens, things do happen for a reason. And sometimes it's kind of hard to figure out what that reason is, and then suddenly it's clear. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye.